Roronoa Zoro, hands down one of the greatest side characters in the history of anime. To better understand this claim, we'll have to define exactly what side character actually means. A character forced to shoulder the fate of the main character, propel the energy and strength of the entire cast, and most of all be a shadow character to make the anime a suitable environment. Obviously, one of the main requirements is to not be a main character, meaning someone who the show is not focused on. To give you comparison, a character like Sasuke is not the main character, however the show is largely focused on him as shown through his split point of view in Naruto Shippuden. Similarly, though Killua is a side character, a large amount of effort is focused on him throughout Hunter x Hunter. Though Zoro is one of the main Straw Hats of Luffy's crew and one of the first acquaintances of the main character, he has yet to get his own arc and his own focus moments throughout this series. This is a large reason why I feel One Piece needs to give him their own huge moments to Zoro, but nevertheless they have managed to introduce him through small scenes and build his character to be the best supporting anime character I have ever seen. In this episode, we will look to see why exactly Roronoa Zoro gives off these vibes and why exactly he deserves an award for best supporting anime character if there ever was one. Before I get into the video, make sure to subscribe and hit post notifications on for more anime and manga content. Leave a like and comment down below your favorite Zoro moments from the series, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. What makes Roronoa Zoro the best anime side character in anime history? The first thing I would like to point out about Zoro is his act of shouldering the fate of his entire crew. Though Zoro is only a tough man, basically acquainted with Luffy in the hopes of becoming the strongest swordsman in the world, Zoro is willing to put all of his opinions and goals aside in order to make Luffy the Pirate King. This determination to single-handedly give up his perfect and ideal life to benefit another, while acting pretty cool about it, is exactly why Zoro is a figure anyone can depend on. If Zoro wasn't there in the Straw Hats, they would not be a thing for sure, whereas though it pains me to say, pretty much any other character the Straw Hats and Luffy can do without. Zoro is willing to shoulder the fate of his crew as he is countlessly willing to jump into action and save his comrades, even Sanji, at any time of need. Moreover, Zoro's idealism and principles that he solemnly goes by make him a star to others. Zoro believes in some key ideals that make a man, meaning he's exactly a coach to Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy looks to Zoro in times of need, and though he doesn't need coaching himself, Zoro is like a role model and sensei to Luffy in and of itself. A father figure if you will, though both of them are around the same age. This just goes to show how much Zoro had matured at such a young age, while most characters in the One Piece world would be busy kneeling to other pirates. And Zoro wanted to be his own pirate. Recalling the moment I said earlier, Zoro is not a captain, I actually meant he's not the main captain. What I mean by this is that each of the Straw Hats is a captain in their own right. Luffy is the main one who will inherit the throne of Pirate King and rules all other captains. Nami is watchful soul guiding the blind king. Sanji is keeping the king alive. Usopp is keeping the king merry. Frankie is providing the king a means to be a king. Robin holds the key to being Pirate King, and Brook provides music, the sweetest thing on the planet. But above all, Zoro provides not only aid to the king, but a path for the king to follow. With the other Straw Hats, they only enhance the already vivid image of the future Pirate King, but for Zoro, he puts Luffy on a sled and drags him up the mountain. While we don't realize this is happening, Zoro is carrying the entire weight of the Straw Hats with him, putting his qualms aside. If he wanted to become the strongest swordsman, he would have become pretty close to it already, following the path of Mihawk, who made his name by countlessly and tirelessly challenging stronger and stronger swordsmen. Zoro is willing to bide his time for the ride of his life, putting Luffy's goal ahead of his own. While he may not admit it, this is exactly what's going through Zoro's mind. In contrast, what also makes Roronoa Zoro famed throughout the One Piece series is the same fact that scarcely any huge portions or large arcs are dedicated to him, even though One Piece has been running for over a couple of decades now. This is because the scarce, high-in-demand moments of Zoro are carefully spread out by the author of One Piece, usually along with a stretch of in-the-moment and heated-up episodes. These moments also have a little bit better animation, sound quality, or maybe hold a higher stake than some of the other episodes surrounding it. At the peak of this moment, Oda will put in Zoro there to make him absorb the love from the fans, something which they themselves don't realize is being redirected towards Zoro rather than for the main arc or sub-arc itself. By carefully plotting Zoro and moments here and there, Oda is able to make this side character he has made Luffy's first mate absorb the recent hype flooding his construction of an arc. And since these moments are so high in demand and scarce in the series, this makes them even more valuable to fans in One Piece, and ensures that these scenes remain forever fresh and not over repetitive. Another thing about Zoro is that in the overall foundation of his character, through years of subtle development by Oda, he has formed into a swordsman with initially no cringe in him. What I mean by this is that many anime will or can try to hype their characters through false means, by either making them recite cringe statements or doing other forced and artificial things. What many people don't realize is that through 1,000 chapters, Oda has plenty of time to invest in Zoro instead of rushing him up near the beginning. I guess that's just one of the perks of being in charge of the whole manga. Because of Zoro not being rushed, his ideas and principles, as mentioned earlier, are deep into the minds within his fans. They know exactly how he is and what he is about, rather than having to depend on an artificial appearance of him in the show. Because Oda didn't make this mistake is why Zoro is thriving plenty even to this day. The final thing about Zoro is the art style and status associated with him in the anime. It's not something extremely out of the way, like right away introducing the main character's friend who belongs to a noble or infamously powerful clan, or maybe one of the 5 strongest people already in the anime world. Instead, we are introduced to Zoro, a regular character with a bit of skill in swords fighting near the beginning of the anime. Sure, he has made a name for himself, but only in a small radius, and not too crazy like the whole world knowing who he is. This way, we as fans can see Zoro progress into the top 5 strongest or insanely god-level powerful characters, and all of that good stuff instead of him already being there. This adds some hype and anticipation that will never cease to exist as Zoro is on his journey. For we all wonder how or when Zoro will get to the end. The hype continues to make us wonder about the future of Zoro, and when we find ourselves doing that, it indirectly means we are heavily invested in the character, because we want him or her to succeed. And thanks for your time, everyone. That was my short rant about why I think Zoro to truly be the most perfectly crafted supporting anime character. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more anime and manga content. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.